Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 2 of Real Life with Lola. I'm psychotherapist extraordinaire Lola Clay, and I'm really excited to be back this year. And we are working on our 12-month challenge of positive change. And so I'm just really excited to have some new information for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. So let me start out by just catching up a little bit on what we've been working on so far for this year. Many of you have started the month of January off with me with our 12 months of positive change challenge, and the month of January has been dedicated to spirituality. If you haven't been participating, that's okay. Do not fret, it's not too late. So I'll just give you a little brief overview of what you should be doing for this little bit that's remaining of January, or you can start it whenever you start it. So let's talk about journaling. We want to journal every single day with the intention of learning something new about ourselves and the world as we connect to it and relate to it. I know many people have trouble journaling, but just know that journaling doesn't mean you have to write a book every single day. With journaling, you can journal a page, a paragraph, a sentence, or even one word. Every little bit counts. It's just a matter of learning how to hear yourself and sit with your own thoughts and learning to purge that stream of consciousness to see what can become of it. Oftentimes we connect way too deeply to what we believe are our personal problems and struggles. And that's because we keep it close. We hold it in, keeping it close, and allow it to fester. And when we do that, it eats us up from the inside out. However, through journaling, you purge it, and so you create power through the purge. And as part of our journaling, you want to make certain that you are practicing affirmations. So, what are some examples of affirmations? Saying to yourself, I deserve the best. I deserve to be loved. I see my value. I have potential. Reaffirming yourself helps you to become assertive and to learn how to not be a people pleaser. Now, I know that pleasing those around you can make you feel really good. And so I'm not saying don't be a helpful person. But what I am saying is to prioritize yourself and your needs and don't be afraid of saying no. If you find yourself becoming anxious or fearful anytime you think of putting up boundaries and saying no to something, then that's a key that you're a people pleaser. And so you and the people that you please and serve are better off if you would just take a pause, put on the brakes, and reassess how you're interacting with people and the world. It's my goal to have you be able to recognize the importance of healthy boundaries and how they can help change your life in 12 months. Now, another part of our positive challenge is going to be reciprocity. Now, what is reciprocity? Reciprocity in relationships means that you get as good as you give. And oftentimes in relationships, people find themselves feeling undervalued and underappreciated because reciprocity is missing. So, if you find that reciprocity is missing, what can you do to change that? Well, there are several things that you can do to change that. But number one, you have to advocate for what your needs are and think about what your needs are. Many times we're so busy serving other people that we forget what our needs or our wants are, and we think that people are psychic and can just guess, and they cannot. So you have to become comfortable with verbalizing your emotions and asking specifically for what it is you need. Now, in order to do that, I've sort of outlined a few of the hallmarks of reciprocity so that you can recognize it or recognize the lack thereof. So, number one, the first hallmark of reciprocity is curiosity. People in your life should express a healthy curiosity about the trajectory of your life and of current events that are going on in your life. So if you find that people aren't expressing an interest, a genuine interest in what's going on with you and the path that your life is taking or what you want for yourself, then you may be missing reciprocity. The second hallmark of reciprocity is active listening. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone and instead of listening to you, you feel like they are just waiting for you to finish so they can turn the conversation back to them? That's a blaring red flag of a signal that reciprocity is absent from that relationship. With active listening, you should feel heard, you should feel validated, and you should feel affirmed. And you should feel like patience is being practiced, like the person listening to you is all in, listening, hanging on to every word, and thinking about what you're saying. Now, another very important and probably the most important hallmark of reciprocity is something that I like to call a priori, which means you should feel primary. You never feel put on the back burner. And so if you have relationships in your life where you feel put on the back burner or like an afterthought, then that's definitely a sign that reciprocity is absent. When this happens, you have to ask yourself, how did this happen? And did I play a role in it? Because it's really easy to want to just blame the people in your life. But what did you do to enable them to make you an afterthought, to put you on the back burner? So once you identify that, you can be transparent and have a discussion with the people that are important to you, and then talk about ways that would make you feel prioritized and start prioritizing yourself. If you prioritize you, then others will follow suit. A fourth hallmark of reciprocity is caring in action. That means, are they going to walk the walk and talk the talk? People that demonstrate caring in action will show up. They give their time, their sweat equity, their moral support, etc. They show you that they're there for you. Saying, I'm here for you, is really different than just showing up and putting in some work and being there. And if you feel like people are giving you more lip service than actual action, then reciprocity is missing from your life. You deserve reciprocity and you need to find a way to get it. And lastly, and one of my favorite things, because I say this to people in sessions, in my regular life, in every aspect of life, countenance. How do you show up? Bring a cheerful, peaceful, and kind demeanor. What's the use of someone showing up if they seem as if they're unhappy to be there? If it seems like it's a chore for them to be there for you, to reciprocate the caring, the concern, the work that you've done cheerfully for them. If someone is showing up and their countenance is not what it needs to be, call them on it. Because when something is important to you, you don't need distractions. And someone being there with an attitude that's less than stellar, open and responsive, that's a huge distraction. And you have to wonder, does this person want me to fail? Does this person want me to not succeed? Does this person want to see me hurt? And if that's the case, then truly this is not a reciprocal relationship. So I share all of these things with you to get you to be bold enough and daring enough to prioritize yourself and what it is you truly deserve. I'm Lola, and I know truth. I'm going to give you reciprocity because you give a lot to me. Thank you.